Hey guys, what's up? I'm Maria Delia, and today we're getting into episode 2 of Med School Survival. Today we're going to talk about something that I feel I've been asked many times on my channel, and we're finally getting into it. And that question is, can you really work while in medical school?
I'm not sorry. Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. No, I'ma push me a all black truck.
Welcome to episode 2 of Med School Survival. Okay, so let's talk. Let's really get into the big question, can you work in medical school? Can you really do it? And the answer is truthfully, it depends. It depends on your responsibilities, your school, your schedule itself, and honestly, your personality. So today I want to break down the true reality of working while in medical school as a medical student, not the glamorized version, the true version, the trade offs, the benefits, the actual lifestyle. So you can decide if it's something that you want to pursue while you're in medical school. Okay, so the first thing that you need to consider is your curriculum structure. If your school has weekly exams or mandatory attendance or even constant assignments, then working might not be something that you can do. It's going to be tough. Not saying that you can't do it, but it's going to be tough just because you won't have the flexibility that you need in order to work while in medical school. But if your school has block exams, so exams every 4 to 6 or even 8 weeks, optional attendance, and a little less busy work, then working might be something that you can do because you'll have the space and the time that you need to work, especially if your job is flexible. So ask yourself, does my school give me room to breathe, to do what I want with my own time and still get my work done? Because that will ultimately determine how realistic working in medical school will be for you. So, next up, what jobs work for med school? Because that's also very important. Some jobs will just be a better fit for what you're doing in this season of your life. So, for example, some jobs that pair well with medical school might be contract work or remote work, PRN work, research positions, and research positions are good. You are in medical school after all. Content creation, which is another way to make income, tutoring, all these things can essentially flow with you being in medical school if you work it right. And that's because these jobs allow you to make your own schedule. They allow you to choose hours that work with your school schedule. They don't require you to show up every day at the same exact time, etc., etc. And even if they did, if it works with your school schedule that's published at your school and you get to be where you need to be when you're required to be there, then it could work too. However, jobs that require long shifts might not work, or jobs that require you to be at meetings consistently and randomly, that might not work either. And let's face it, med school does not care if you need to clock in at 3 p.m. Your obligation is medical school. You should put that first. Okay, so next up, why does working matter to you? That's the next thing that you need to ask yourself. Are you working because you have responsibilities? Are you working because you have a family to support? Are you working because you just feel like you need to be doing everything all at once? Are you working because you need the income to survive, to afford where you stay, to afford your living in school or your survival essentially in medical school? Those things actually matter because it will help you navigate your energy. It will help you navigate this phase and this season. It will help you allocate what emotions need to go where and just prioritize and compartmentalize the season that you're in, if that makes sense. It will help you manage your time and your emotional energy. Okay, next up, say you have the reason, you know the why you need to work in medical school. You've determined this. And if that's the case, then time management needs to be your best friend. Say it with me. My best friend. You will absolutely need to time block. You'll need to prioritize. You'll need to think ahead, plan ahead, know what your deadlines are, know when your test dates are. Learn to say no to things that you can't do with friends because working then becomes your priority. You'll also need to protect your study time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you say you're going to study, you're going to have to study because you have to work and you might not have a job that allows you to study while on the job. If you do have a job that allows you to study while on the job, then that's great. But always think time management, protect my study hours, get those things done that I need to in order to be a good student. You need to have that at the forefront, of course. And then you also want to protect your rest. So if you are going to work, you need to budget your time efficiently, if you will. And sometimes that means you'll need to budget in a little bit of rest, just a sprinkle, a little extra. Because the moment your job starts affecting your mental health, your success at school, your grades, something has to give. And that's going to have to be the job. Because let's face it, you can always get another job, you can always get another side job, but you cannot get another med school. Or, well, maybe you could, but just, you, you don't want to redo med school. And then lastly, you need boundaries. You need boundaries with your employer. You want to be as transparent as possible with your job. Your employer cannot treat you like a full time worker. They have to understand your situation, or at least understand that you're not a full time worker, you're part time. And then you also can't treat med school like a side hustle. The job is the side hustle, med school is the main thing. And I think if you have that boundary in mind, you'll do fine. You'll do great. And honestly, I think it's really good. It's really big of you, because working in medical school requires a bit of maturity. And this is the bit of maturity that's going to make you stand out in residency applications. So I found working in medical school to be empowering. So yes, to answer your question, you can work in medical school. People do it. I do it. It just depends, and it has to be intentional. It has to fit your goals, your lifestyle, and your mental capacity. So if you ever feel like it's too much, it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to say, not today, maybe tomorrow. It won't be failing, it'll be adapting. I hope this was helpful. See you guys in the next one. Peace.